Hello everyone and welcome to another movie review. I'm happy that you can join me here today. And so if you are new to this channel, welcome. Happy to have you here. Click the subscribe button below, click like and share with your family and friends. So today I am coming to you from the Brooklyn Bridge Park, and I'm going to be reviewing the new film that came out Friday, September 23rd, titled Don't Worry Darling, directed by Olivia Wilde and starring Florence Pugh and Harry Styles. So there's been a lot of talk around this film because a couple of weeks back it premiered at the Venice International Film Festival and it got actually negative publicity. And so regardless of the negative publicity surrounding this film at the Venice Film Festival and rumors floating around as to what happened behind the cameras of shooting this film, we're not going to get into all of that. We're just going to strictly stick to the movie. So I done a little bit of reading about this film, and Olivia Wilde mentioned, I don't know who she was talking to. It could have been an interview. It could have been one of those meet and greets. I'm not sure. But according to the Wikipedia article, this movie was inspired by Inception, directed by Christopher Nolan, The Matrix, and The Truman Show. So it kind of leans a little bit towards The Truman Show in terms of the story. So the film centers around Alice and Jack Chambers, played by Florence Pugh and Harry Styles, and they live in this 1950s world in which Alice is the typical housewife. She doesn't work. She basically wakes up, takes care of her husband, keeps the house clean, gets her nails done. She takes a ballet class. She goes swimming. She basically, lives the typical life of a housewife, while her husband Jack goes to this mysterious place called the Victory Project, and they work on they work at some building located out in the desert on the outskirts of this little small town that they all live in. Eventually, you meet a guy named Frank, played by Chris Pine, and he is the leader of the Victory Project. But no one knows what the Victory Project is. So things start to unravel when Alice gets these strange flashbacks, and she doesn't know what they mean. Another thing that kind of scares her to death is that her next door neighbor, Margaret, commits suicide. And she's wondering what is going on. So as her mind begins to unravel, and she's starting to put two and two together, okay, she realizes that everyone, the entire town, her, Jack, their neighbors, they're all a part of a simulation. And later on in the film, she begins to confess that something sinister is going on. And the first person that she reaches out to is actually her next door neighbor, Bunny, played by Olivia Wilde. And she's trying to explain to Bunny what's going on, and she's trying to figure out why Margaret did what she did. What really is interesting is there's this scene where Alice and Jack invites their friends over to dinner, including Frank and his wife. And while they're in the living room socializing and having drinks, Frank sneaks in to the kitchen while Alice is preparing for dinner, and he tells her, you know what, I'm sorry that Bunny did not believe you. The same way that you didn't believe Margaret. because Margaret tried to tell her, you know, what's going on, and Alice didn't believe her. And so she turns around, she looks at Frank, and she realizes that, something is going on. And Frank actually tells her, I've been waiting for someone to challenge me. And the dinner scene is a great scene. It is so good to watch because you have two great actors on top of their game, okay? Like, Chris Pine is a great actor, so is Florence Pugh. And so, you know, that scene alone, that scene alone is the reason to go watch this film. But other than that scene, eventually this film is not up to par with Inception and The Matrix. After a while, the story just gets muddled, and you know, some parts are kind of confusing, and it just kind of takes you out of the film. You know, the emotional connection that you had is no longer there. So what's my grade for Don't Worry Darling? 2.5 out of 5 stars. 2.5 stars. I'll give it that. But yeah, like Harry Styles, he's good, you know, he's okay, but the problem is his character is a little bit on the simpler side, whereas Florence Pugh's character Alice is a complex character, and so she definitely outshines Harry Styles, if you know what I mean. Okay, so that's my movie review for today. Yeah, if you get a chance to watch it, please let me know what you thought of the movie. Feel free to put your comments below, and take care, everybody, and until I see you next time, have fun at the movies. Take care.